There is a saying, strict parents create great liars. But what if I tell you, you don't have to lie to your parents to travel or even to live a life which feels authentic to you? At the age of 25, I moved out of my house for the very first time in my life. And shortly after, I took my first solo trip. Hey, welcome back. This is the episode 2 of the Geek Chic podcast. The topic for today is how to deal with strict parents if you want to go travel for the very first time. You know what? I have to tell you a secret. You don't need anyone's permission to live a life the way you want. Everyone has free will. Everyone can choose what they want to do, how they want to dress, what beliefs they want to believe in. But then, of course, we live in India. And if you know, like the South Asian culture, how it is, you probably know that adulthood doesn't mean freedom. Even when we grow up, we're often treated like children by our parents and elderly of the family. There is a specific term for this. It's called enmeshment. This is a big problem in all the South Asian cultures. And this enmeshment problem is quite grave if you're a woman as well. Parents hold on so tightly to their children that they struggle to even make decisions, whether it's their careers, relationships, or even day-to-day life. If you want to know more about enmeshment, I will link a video down in the description if you're interested in. I understand their concerns. The world isn't that safe for women. But taking away our autonomy isn't the solution. Love empowers, it doesn't control. If you have listened to my previous episode, you would know that I was very shy and introverted growing up. There was a time where I couldn't even go and buy groceries on my own, like just go and talk to the kirana wala. I always brought my mom along with me if I wanted something. I couldn't hold conversations with my own family, friends at events. Looking back, I think when my parents observed all of this, they became very protective of me. I was so shielded that I depended on them for everything, from booking a doctor's appointment to shopping for my own clothes. In fact, until I graduated, I don't remember buying a single outfit on my own. My mom used to bring clothes for me, and that's what I wore. Even in nature, if you have observed or watched Nat Geo Discovery, there were episodes where there was this one very weak, timid cub, and the lioness used to be very protective of that cub until the cub becomes a burden to the entire pride. The mother abandons the cub for the greater good of the pride. Okay, wow, that took a dark turn there. I didn't mean to put it that way. Okay, back to the topic. So, how did I convince my parents to let me travel solo? So, here are a few things that I did that made my parents trust my decisions and they were comfortable to let me go traveling. First and foremost, this is actually was a huge one. I was financially independent at that time. I was working for almost more than 2 years, and I had saved an incredible amount for the salary I was getting. Maybe you are a student and this would not apply to you because you don't have an active income. I'm just assuming you do not have an active income of your own, so this may be a challenge for you. So the things you can do is like save a percentage of your monthly allowance if you are even getting an allowance. How lucky of you! I never had an allowance. And also you can even look into doing like a side hustle along with your studies. Now that we have internet, a lot of new avenues have opened up for us, and maybe you can look into that, or maybe freelancing or even social media. You can film your daily life and college life maybe and get some dough from it. So I knew this little girl, or she was like 16 years old, and she was assisting someone with a graphic design, and that helped her like getting 5,000 every month. And she was saving up. She wanted to buy an iPhone, and instead of pestering her parents, she wanted to contribute a part of it. And I thought it was quite incredible of her to like, even the thought of earning money at such a young age. I never thought I could, I was actually quite inspired by her and by her grit and self-belief in her. Maybe you can also look into that. If that's also not an option, then you can prove your parents that you are good with money and you are managing your own money. Maybe you can do a course about personal finance. You can watch YouTube videos and share your learnings with your parents and show them that you are interested in managing your own finances. The second thing you can do, and even I did, show your parents that you can manage your own life. So most of the parents think we cannot manage ourselves. We cannot take any responsibilities when we are young, and they think we have to take care of us in every aspect. So we can like demonstrate and build their trust in us by showing them that we can manage our own chores ourselves. So basic things like keeping your space clean, sticking to a routine, or taking care of your health, hygiene, and also meals, taking care of your work or maybe like studies, and also start helping out in the house and showing them that you are ready to take bigger responsibilities. So you can help out your mom and maybe like buy groceries. You can even maintain like an account for your Dhobi, the Iron Man, and show them that you are ready to live an independent life, that you are taking the steps to becoming more independent and responsible. The next point is taking like small safe trips. So what I did was I used to like go on smaller trips to visit my cousins in different cities. Usually they were like short trips. So I used to plan the entire trip on my own. I used to book tickets, figure out the logistics, even like the budget and also the outfits. And I used to even share the entire like my plan or itinerary with my parents. And they used to not object much, because at the end of the day, visiting family, and they would know like where I am and what is it. So they were reassured that I am safe. That would help a lot. So that was actually a good way to build their trust in me. The next point is, it's a bit sneaky. It's kind of a covert trick. So I wouldn't advise you to do this often. Like, I used to casually like plant seeds in their minds that I want to travel, and before like going to the Northeast, that was my first solo trip. So I used to like say that, Northeast is so fascinating, I want to go there, I want to travel. Initially, like, my parents thought I was just joking around and I wouldn't actually dare to go there. But when the day came, like when I told them that I have booked the tickets to Northeast, it wasn't that surprising for them, because they already knew like I was actually interested in going there. And when I was there also, like every single day I used to tell them where I am, what I'm doing. That condition was there for sure. So these were the strategies or the steps that I took to convince my strict parents. Although I think that my age and my employment played a huge role in it. Please do let me know in the comments if you thought like some of the tips were helpful to you, and if you have any experiences navigating similar situations, please do let me know in the comments. And do remember that being a geek actually is pretty chic. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, good luck.